What's up, interview hackers? Sam here from Byte.com, and today I want to share something really quick based on something that I've been noticing a lot from people. And this is this idea of not self-selecting out of something. So something that I see a lot from people is they decide that they are not going to interview at a company. They decide that they are not going to do whatever that is something that maybe they really want to do because they don't think that they are qualified. So think about this. For example, you see a job description. It says, okay, we want someone with all these qualifications. And then you say, okay, well, I'm missing one of those qualifications, and so I'm not going to bother to apply for this job. It makes logical sense, and I understand why people do that. But the problem is that you are potentially screwing yourself out of so many opportunities because you were self-selecting out of things that you might have been qualified for. And so with these job opportunities, it's a perfect example. They put a list of qualifications because it's some random recruiter designing a job application. And they're like, oh, well, we know that we want people who have some of these qualities. And so let's hope that we get that perfect person. But in reality, chances are that they're never going to find the person with those exact qualifications. And so they're ultimately going to be accepting someone for that job that doesn't necessarily hit every single one of those bullet points. And so if you had applied for the job, you might have gotten the job. But if you self-select out, you are never going to get that opportunity. It's that whole thing about you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, or you make 100% of the whatever the reverse is of that. When you are looking at your jobs, you want to take as many shots as possible. When you were looking at your career, I got an email from someone the other day who said, I think that I'm just too old for this. I think that companies are not going to hire me because I'm, 45. I've been in my career for a while. I know that software engineering is, they tend to prefer younger people. And so I'm not even going to bother. And yes, that may be true. Yes, there may be things working against you. Yes, we are in this environment right now where it is harder to find jobs. There is no question that companies are hiring less now than they were doing before. But you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. If you don't go out there and you don't try to apply for jobs right now, you're never going to land that opportunity. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so, yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, you might feel like the possibility of success is relatively low now compared to where it usually is, but I want to encourage you, and it's not going to doesn't take me very long to talk through this, but I want to encourage you to think about, how can I keep taking shots? How is there a way in my life right now where I am sort of writing myself off, where someone else, I'm basically making their decision for them? So the recruiter, if you decide not to apply for that job, they never have an opportunity to tell you whether you would be a good fit or not because you were not applying in the first place. If you never, go out on a limb, if you never do that interview, if you say, I'm going to keep putting off my interviews for months and months because I'm not ready, there is no way that you're ever going to know whether you're ready or not until you actually go in and do that interview, because you're not giving them a chance to actually evaluate you. You're saying, I'm so afraid of the possibility of failing that I'm not even going to take a chance. And I want to encourage you today, and this is something that, literally as you're watching this video, I want you, once this video ends, go commit to doing something that you were scared of doing. This is a great example of this. I always say with my students, go schedule an interview. If you're really too afraid, if you feel really too unprepared to schedule an interview, schedule a mock interview. Schedule something, do something that's going to help you keep progressing, because if you don't do that, it's so easy to stagnate. And this has nothing to do with the fact there's so much going on right now. It's obviously a really stressful time. So, I understand that, and you're not necessarily going to be working at your job search as much as you might be otherwise, because maybe your kids are home from school all the time. And so it's like you're distracted. You have a million things going on. But don't let the fear of the possibility of failure be the thing that is stopping you from progressing forward. Don't be the one that is self-selecting out. If you are in a situation right now where you need to take some time for yourself, where you need to focus on other things, that's absolutely allowed. It's not like, you have to do something for any person's sake other than yourself. Just don't allow yourself to get in your own way. I see this happening so often, and I just wanted to hop on here real quick to respond to this email that I received, because this guy was saying that, I'm too old. He's self-selecting out, and he's not giving the company an opportunity to even consider him. And so there's no way that he's going to be successful if he self-selects out, because he's never even giving them that chance. And so don't self-select out. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of failure, because yes, failure sucks, but without failure, you're not going to have success. And so we got to put ourselves out there. We got to keep pushing forward. Hopefully this resonated with some of you out there, and hopefully now that you're done watching this video, you're going to go take action. If you haven't already, make sure that you go check out our free 50 coding interview questions guide at byte.com/50 questions. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.